What's going on, BenchWarmers? It's the four of us, but unfortunately, Eric's not included today. Below me is Marco.
Yep.
And to my right is Gat.
Yep.
And to my bottom right is Dyer.
What's up, guys?
It only took us 2 tries.
There we go. But yeah, we're back. Like you just said, Eric's not here, unfortunately.
He ditched us.
Nah.
Eric has
his
good reasons. He has his reasons.
He has some things to take care of. But he'll be back Monday, which will have a Chelsea special guest. Yeah, Blue, fan of Blue. I just said it, but yeah. But how are you guys? Guy, how are you, man?
Man, doing good. Can't complain. Same crap, different day.
Yeah, that's pretty much how life goes, right? Dyer, how are you, man?
I'm doing pretty well. Day off of work today, so got to relax, chilling.
So, Mark, how about yourself?
Today was chill. Today was an easy day. It's nice to have slow days in the middle of the week. It allows you to catch your breath if needed. So, I'm happy that we moved these recordings to Wednesdays now. Which
is because I'm available.
That's one, because you're available. And 2, it gives listeners more opportunity to listen to this specific episode, the midweek episode. So, we're good, bro, and ready to talk a little about this week's footy.
Yeah.
Well, before we do that, how you doing, Nick?
Oh,
gotta ask you first.
How's your toe?
Fortunately, I was gonna get into that. My toe is like never before. 100%. I'm ready to go play again. Playing fucking pro clubs.
Are you watching? Are you looking down at the floor now every time you walk around the house, or?
Nah. My mom keeps like the house like very clean and organized. I cannot lie. Like that was once in a blue moon type thing. You know what I mean? Pineapple laying down. We move now. But all right, let's get into this. So big news broke today. Roman Abramovich has decided to sell his club, Chelsea Football Club, right? So I looked into the valuation earlier today. It's around $4 billion, right? They're approximately, if I'm not mistaken, in debt around 1 to 1.5 billion. So that takes the overall valuation to around 5. Now I just searched up a little bit before. The highest amount that a club has been bought was by the Glazers. It was around 900 million, right?
And when was that?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you know when that was?
Fuck the Glazers. Some time ago. I don't remember exactly off the top of my head.
But above for $900 million, right? Glazers, right? So, obviously, you support London club. What are your thoughts on like this whole like thing going on? Because it's pretty interesting. Just because Abramovich has taken them to the promised land. I believe they won 19 trophies. So I'm gonna ask you: do you
21.
think 21?
Yeah, I think it was 21.
Fuck. But do you think this Abramovich selling Chelsea will kind of put Chelsea Football Club on just a tad bit lower on the spectrum, I guess?
If they don't have the right buyer, yes. If they don't have somebody that knows absolutely nothing about football, then Chelsea would probably, go down on a pedestal. But at the moment, we just don't know. We don't have any rumors or confirmation of anybody who's interested in buying Chelsea. But as long as the right buyer comes, the right owner, and everybody's content with this owner or owners, who knows, then you won't see Chelsea falling out. But if you see, of course, an ownership that doesn't put their passion, their pride, and only thinks about the money, definitely we'll see Chelsea fall on the table. That's just my opinion.
Marco, other London rival, seeing this news, is it sweet news for you?
It's news that I want to see what happens. Because this can be another Man City situation where the new ownership, whoever ends up by purchasing the club, says yes to everything and says, here's money. Now win me some trophies. And it could be, like I said, it could be another Man City situation, or it could be kind of like Arsenal. We have a rich owner, but it's taking us time to figure out if he wants to give us money or not, or invest in the club because he has so many other teams that he prioritizes.
Mhm.
So it's more of let's see what happens. I am curious to see because the latest club to be purchased has been Newcastle, and so far they have given them money, but not too big, to like open arms. Here you go, spend whatever you want, because they did it smart. They grabbed a couple players because they knew it was the winter transfer window. But we'll see what happens in at the end of the season. And depending also where they're at. But yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm not excited, but I'm curious to see if it gets sold, who and what type of involvement will they have with the team.
Yeah, your take, I kind of have like a little bit more spin on it, just because I feel like for me, this is my take. I feel like this him selling the club, it's gonna put them just a tad bit lower. So I kind of grouped them with like Chelsea and Man City, where, for example, they bought Lukaku for 100 million. Chelsea, right? Right now with Abramovich, before, right? I think, in my opinion, they can go out and spend another 100 million just because that's the club they are. Same thing with Man City. I think with this right here, I think that'll put that down a little bit. I don't think let's say in 4 years, right? They buy, I don't know, they just buy a player, right? 80 million, right? It doesn't work out. I don't think they'll be able to go out in the next transfer window and spend another 80 million on a player. I think they are self-sustainable. They definitely are, but I think they'll have to like kind of approach this new kind of regime and kind of more of like planning the structure wise. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's not more of just, oh, this play doesn't work out, let's go splash another 80 to 100 million, right? It's going to be more methodical thinking about recruitment and whatnot, just because we said it like a couple podcasts ago, recruitment has been very off, right? Werner, other players, right? So I think with this, it's going to have to be, a little bit more thinking into the process where, we don't have an unlimited backing or funds from Roman Abramovich. It's going to have to be pick players here and be smart. So, Gab, what's your take as well?
So I'm not really sure how I feel yet. I mean, I think I side more with what Sway was saying. It's all going to depend on who actually comes in and takes over the club now. Um, Abramovich did do a lot for Chelsea. You can tell that he is a genuine fan. So I mean, I don't know. We'll find out on Monday, I guess. But I would, if I were a Chelsea fan, I would be a little sad just because of everything that he's done for the club. Just to see him leave due to this unfortunate crisis that's going on. I mean, I would think that's pretty unfortunate news. So yeah, we just gotta wait and see what happens.
Now that I'm thinking about it, like what high prestige club has been bought where they have been bought and the owners have been splash cash like nothing? Like, would you say Man City was a high prestigious club in 2008?
No, but they were a decent club to put enough interest where you could actually, um, make the club grow because of their fan base, because of where they're located. Um, but they weren't they weren't like one of the top clubs. I mean, they were never a top five. It was always a top five league. Um, they just added to be top six. Um, but the team that I can think about that splashed money, like that was a small team that was recently new, is PSG. That's the only team that I can think of.
Yeah, they're the ones that
Yeah,
have the new
actually, yeah.
money. 200 and what something for Neymar. A good deal for Messi, even though he did come for free.
222 million.
Plus, I think correct me. I could be 100% wrong, but I think Nike had to do a little bit to do with that. What I think Nike was gonna take care of some of that money, but not only that, they also brought in Messi. Yes, for free, but the salary is still there, and they just offered a shitload of money to Mbappe to stay.
Yeah, that's not
So
happening.
I mean, if you're talking about teams that will basically do anything, there's one.
Yeah. PSG is
Yeah.
definitely the definition of money spending, grabbing all these big players, and not having any kind of regrets or hesitation about it at all. So
I mean,
that,
prime example is Mbappe this summer. They bought him for, what was it, 170 something?
I think
They're
so.
gonna let him leave on a free. Apparently, they offered him a contract which consists of like 100 million like bonuses or something like that.
Yep.
Have you seen that, Marco?
Yeah, I think it's 500. I was trying to look it up and I couldn't get all the information. But the wage would be around 500,000, I think, weekly. And no, wait, yeah, actually close to 1 mil a week. And some
Jesus
other shit, bro.
Christ.
Like it's ridiculous.
That's
The amount
nuts.
of money that they were trying, and don't forget, they also said no to Real Madrid's offer of buying him this past summer when they could still
Or-
get money for him, and they said
Yeah.
no. So with that itself, you can kind of like tell that they're like the money's not an issue.
It's kind of crazy how much money there is now, right? And but that's a whole another topic. We can probably have a whole this topic on money for just one podcast, probably, right? Just talk
Yeah.
about all these little situations, all these clubs. But transitioning to some football that actually happened, we had some FA Cup fixtures today and yesterday. Now, one fixture that I'm focusing on, Dire Wolves 11. Dire,
It's
Josue
8763 now.
Hernandez.
Dire 8763 now.
Middlesbrough 1, Tottenham 0. After, I guess, bouncing back, I don't know. I consider Leeds tax, but they won 4-0 Leeds, but losing an FA Cup round fixture for a potential trophy for Antonio Conte. So, Dar, what the fuck is going on?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I have no explanation, to be honest. We played really well against Man City, winning 3-2 at the Etihad yet again. And then we lose 1-0 to bottom of the table Burnley at Turf Moor. Then we come out of nowhere with an amazing, amazing playing style football against Leeds United at Leeds, 4-0. And then all of a sudden we lose FA Cup round 5 away from home to Middlesbrough 1-0, who also happened to be United in the round before that. I just had to mention that because we do have a United fan here and I don't want to be alone. But I saw parts of the game and I don't know if the players are tired because they have played away from home in the last 4 to 5 fixtures. It's a lot of traveling right now. I don't know if they're tired. I don't know what is going on. But
Tired in that Conte system where they're physically demanding? No, I'm hosting.
I mean, they're top tier athletes. I mean, they should be able to handle this kind of game, this kind of pressure, the amount of games and all the traveling is what they signed up for. But I mean, I don't know. I saw parts of the games and the players they looked flustered. They were slacking on the attack. They kept getting caught offside. Heung-min Son weren't making the right runs or the passes that were needed to be done along with other players in the midfield. And I think I was telling Gat this yesterday that the key thing I feel like Spurs are missing is that key central attack and midfield player, the creative player. We don't have that right now. It
Was that
was
in Dembele?
It was in Dombele, but his head wasn't there. Like he didn't show like he wanted to be at the club. He showed that he wanted to play, but he didn't show that he wanted to be at the club. Dele Alli showed that he wanted to be at the club, but it didn't show that he wanted to play. I don't know. And then the last true attacking player, the central attacking midfielder player that we had is currently playing at Brentford. That's Christian Eriksen. He we still have yet to find that player to fill in his shoes, to fill in that gap. Kane is doing his best to try to fall back into a false nine position where he could send, the outside backs and outside midfielders on the run, but he could do so much. Uh, I don't know. We need that creative midfielder. Højbjerg and Harry Winks, they're too defensive minding. They're too much of not. They tried to do the attack, but it's just not there. And I don't know. We lost to a team that wanted it more. That's what it was. And I was very I was at work and I was very mad. I was very upset because I just didn't understand what was going on. It's another trophyless year for Tottenham. Uh, and I'm gonna get the banter for another year, so it fucking sucks.
I mean, it started already with
That
that text message and that image.
yeah, you kind of done this. You kind of dug your own grave there, Dar. I can't lie.
I was trying to, I was trying to manifest it to the fucking world, but they can't do it for me.
So for
you
the
Spurs it
for
up
the
too.
benefit of the listener, just so they can have some of the context. So Josue did say a while back that Tottenham are going to win a trophy this year, and then he specified and said that the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup are theirs.
We lost in the semifinals of Carabao Cup, round 5 of the FA Cup.
So that screenshot went right back real quick. That was the highlight of my week.
Who happens to be the person to take the screenshot? The United fan in this. Yep, the one raising his hand. Fucking shit.
The one and only.
Listen, what a strike though from Middle. I forget his name from Middlesbrough. It was a great strike.
I don't care. I didn't see the goal.
The creativity point.
Not many were gonna save that.
The creativity point that you brought up, Dar. I'm looking at the lineup right now. And for the most part, you guys feel that you're pretty strong 11. You had Eric Dyer, Hugo Lloris, Cristian Romero, and front three of Son, Kane, and Kulusevski.
It's the same.
I'm looking at that mid four of Ryan Sessegnon, left wing back, Harry Winks, and Højbjerg as the pivot, and then Doherty as the wing back. There's just, like you just said, there's just no creativity there.
No.
Harry Winks and Højbjerg, ball retention, kind of recycle the play, right? Mm-hmm. Sessegnon, I guess, is probably out of all the four who can probably provide the extra creativity spark, but I don't think it's good enough. But I just noticed that, like I just said, looking at the line, I'm like, bro, the only real person that actually offers that creativity spark apart from Kane is Sessegnon and Kulusevski. Like, how many teams in the world, like City, Bernardo Silva, Gundogan, we didn't have to mention that, right? Like PSG, Man City, Marco Verratti, Neymar, Liverpool, obviously Salah, Luis Diaz now, Thiago. We can go on. Real Madrid, Toni Kroos, Luka Modric, Vinicius, Benzema dropping in deep. This, you only have 2 players.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
jeez.
I think Bentancur is supposed to be the replacement of Ndombele. However, he picked up an injury, and it's going to get him quite some time to get used to, the style of play of English football and the intensity of it. But I haven't seen enough of him to call him a creative player, especially on the attack. I know he's pretty skillful, but we need a person who could provide through balls, over the top passes, dinks to Kane, like how Højbjerg did it to Harry Kane. But I feel like Højbjerg he can't ever do that again. It was a once in a lifetime. So we need Christian Eriksen back. I mean, it's kind of like he's only there at Brentford for 6 months. I mean, I'll be open to have him back.
You take him back?
Hell yeah, in a heartbeat. I love Christian Eriksen. He was my favorite player before he left.
You think he'd start though? Like,
I think he can start, but definitely not play the full 90. I definitely think he could come in as a sub, but he's definitely not going to play a full 90.
All right. Well, moving on from the FA Cup, the draw is tomorrow, right, Gat?
Yeah, it's right before the Everton game, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll find out tomorrow who is going to play who, which should be interesting.
And there's also a lot of Premier League teams. Assuming Everton move on tomorrow, I don't know. You know what I mean? Frank Lampard, shaky, but there's a lot of Premier League teams in that draw.
Yeah. So as of right now, Man City, they moved on by beating Peterborough United 2-0 with an outstanding goal between Foden and Grealish. I mean, I'm sure everybody saw that highlight. Crystal Palace moved on by beating Stoke 2-1. As we all know, Middlesbrough beat Tottenham. Luton Town almost beat Chelsea, almost had an upset.
They were in the lead. I saw the score because I was busy. I couldn't watch it. I saw the score at the end. I'm like, please tell me they held on. But
yeah, but
Werner and Lukaku are back, I guess.
Yes, we'll see.
They were motivated. They were motivated by the news that happened, so they wanted to get a quick goal out of the way.
Well, Chelsea ended up winning that game 3-2 for the result. Southampton moving on, beating Premier League rivals to West Ham 3-1. Liverpool beating Norwich 2-1. And tomorrow is the second to last fixture, Everton hosting Boreham Wood. And on Monday, it's Nottingham Forest against Huddersfield Town, 2 championship teams.
So, as a Liverpool fan, hope Chelsea and City draw against each other. We'll see. But, all right, this weekend, I looked at before. I didn't think so, but we have some tasty fixtures. To kind of skim over them, Leicester Leeds, Liverpool West Ham, Tottenham Everton, and Manchester Derby. So let's start. Jesse Marsh, appointed by the Leeds higher-up elites.
Ooh.
First of all, I said last time, American manager feels weird in the UK. Very off, kind of weird. But Jesse Marsh's first game, like transitioning from Austrian football and German football that we know is high intense, spacing behind. How do you think he's going to fare in his first game against Leicester, which Leicester have pretty poor season, but it's still Leicester, you know what I mean? Mark, what do you think? Since you're kind of like a little Leeds guy.
I was just looking, and yes, you did mention Leicester has had a poor season, which they have. But in the past 5, they've won 3, tied 1, and lost 1. So technically, they should. I mean, based off of that, they should be doing okay. I think it's more how fast can he adapt to the team to Jesse Marsh to the team that he is getting. He hasn't gotten much time, so in my eyes, the best case scenario is a tie. Will he do it? No, I don't think he's gonna do it. I think Leeds will walk away with the win in this one. I also don't think it's gonna be like a blowout. Like we've been seeing Leeds get in the past couple weeks. So I'd say 2-0.
2-0 to who?
Before we move, are we doing the prem predictions thing?
I mean, we usually
adding up the tally.
Do you want to write it down? Well, I'll write it down actually.
You write it down?
I'll write it down. Don't worry.
All right. So you said 2.
Leicester City 2-0.
Damn, Jesse Morris.
Yeah. I feel bad because again, like you said, Leeds is like my second team. If I had to pick one, but I think it's too soon, and the best case scenario in my eyes is a tie for Leeds against Leicester, but I don't think it's gonna happen. So it's a 2-0 for me.
Okay, I kind of expected as well. Dyer, what are you saying for this game?
I mean, Leicester came off with a pretty good win away from home against Burnley, something that Spurs gonna do. 2-0. Change in not goalkeeping, in coaching staff. I'm gonna go with the draw. I still think Leicester has their, some nuts and bolts that need to be tightened up before I could actually give them a win against Leeds right now. Much tougher team. New coach, probably a whole new lineup, new formation. I'm gonna go with the draw, and I'm gonna say 1-1.
Yep.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a tough fixture to be his first one, especially because Vardy is back. He came off and he got involved in the goal to Madison, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So if Vardy's back and is healthy, if he starts this game, it's going to cause a lot of trouble to that Leeds back line because they just leave goals left and right for fun at this point. But I still think it'll be a fun game to watch because Leicester aren't that great themselves on the defensive end. So I mean, I can't wait to watch this game. Can I watch? Yeah, I'll be able to watch it. Interesting to see if he does go with his 4-2-2-2 that he likes to play, and see how the Leeds players adapt to it. But I think this is going to be a 2-2, nice little goal fest to start off our weekend.
I actually agree with 2-2. Give me a 2-2 draw. Back and forth. 90th minute equalizer by Rodrigo. You don't have to put that in, Mark. Just 2-2. Leave it at 2-2. But
you said Rodrigo, right?
Rodrigo,
yes, 90th minute equalizer. If I get that, give me. I swear to God, give me 10 points. If I get that, give me 10 points.
Better not get it. Rodrigo better get subbed off.
We talked about Chelsea in the beginning. first Premier League game without Roman Abramovich. No, it's not gonna have any impact. But they're away to Burnley. We all know that, like Dyer said, Tottenham couldn't do it. Could Chelsea do it? Could Chelsea do it? I'm gonna go Burnley Chelsea. Give me 2-0 Chelsea. They actually have a very favorable run in until the end of the season. If I'm not mistaken, they face like no top 6 team until what does it get, like Man United, like the
Something
second
like
to last
that.
game
Yeah,
of the season.
It's far
It's
out.
ridiculous. They literally have like all mid-table to lower table teams. But give me 1-1. Give me 2-0 for Chelsea. Yeah.
This will be interesting because we haven't seen much of Chelsea in a while because they've been off, winning other cups. So it's gonna be interesting to see. I mean, the last time when they came back to the Prem, they barely won against Palace.
Man said
So
winning
against
other
the
cups.
yeah,
They won
whatever.
one out of the last two
Well,
they've
yeah,
gotten,
I'm trying to make them sound better. But I mean, they barely got past Palace. So now going up against a Burnley team who are gonna put on that low block like never before because they're trying to get out and stay out of relegation as well. So it's gonna be a tight game. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm gonna go 0-0.
Okay. Marco?
Boring.
Oh, Dyer.
Well, I'm gonna say this, okay? Burnley were able to hold off for a point at Stamford Bridge earlier this year. It was a 1-1 draw. So I think Burnley could do it again to another London team, another top 6 team. And I'm gonna say Burnley 2, Chelsea 1.
Wow.
Damn. A shocker.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm next though. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of do feel like it Burnley can technically do some damage. It's not gonna be big damage. It's just gonna be like one quick poke and they're like, all right, let's defend. Let's keep this. Let's keep this goal.
10-0 formation right after that.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna 10-0 formation. Because of that, I think it's gonna be a 1-0. Burnley's gonna win it.
Oof. Who's scoring?
Oh, yeah, I'm not gonna go to that.
Ben me.
All right, give me a minute. Come on, you. Come
minute.
On. Give me a minute.
I'll do the first 20 minutes. In the first 3 minutes, they're gonna score the goal. I feel it's gonna be like it's gonna catch them off guard, and then for the rest of the game, it's like Gat said, 10-0.
Okay.
Right?
All right, let's speak to these next 4 fixtures, and then the last 4 fixtures is really where it gets juicy. Which actually, one of these is actually pretty crazy. All right, Aston Villa Southampton. By the way, if anyone watched Armando Broja's goal today versus West Ham, pure Eden Hazard vibes. By the way, if Arsenal looking for a striker,
stoppage time one, right? Like the 95th minute or
yeah,
something like that, 98.
If Arsenal looking for a striker, that guy looks serious. But Aston Villa Southampton, I'm gonna go. Damn, Southampton are on form right now too. Give me 3-2 Villa. Yeah, give me 3-2 Villa. Marco?
You said 3-2 Villa. Nah, man. I wouldn't give Southampton that many goals, to be honest with you. I think Villa how has Villa been doing decently, if I'm not mistaken.
Not as of late though, I can't lie.
Oh well, yeah, you're right. They won 1, lost 2. In the past 5, they won 2, lost 2, tied 1 against Leeds. But I still think because it's at home, they should be able to do some damage and gain 3 points. So I want to say it's gonna be a 2-0 Aston Villa.
All right. Yeah.
You said Nick. You said 3-2, right?
Villa? Yeah, I said 3-2 Villa. Yeah. It's still 3-2.
This is gonna be a fun game to watch. 2-0 Southampton.
Yeah.
Oh, away from home. Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, my prediction, I'm seeing here that Southampton beat Villa 1-0 the last time around at home. But I think this will be another draw, 3-3. 3-3? Yes.
I like it.
Damn.
3-3.
I like it. That's funny.
Philippe Coutinho is going to be part of every goal, whether it's a goal or an assist.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 3-3. It's gonna be a fun
next
game.
Next fixture we have right here is actually a very big game. It's a 6-pointer. Norwich at home to Brentford. This is like, if you're a Norwich or Brentford fan, anyone in the world, dude, like this game is literally, especially for Brentford, because also Norwich as well, but Brentford right here. If they lose this game, I think they're going down. I kind of predicted they're gonna go down, but if they lose the game, it is not looking good for them. But Norwich, Brentford, give me a 0-0. Give me a 0-0. A cagey 0-0. Yeah. Marco? 6-pointer.
6-pointer.
What are you saying?
Bro, this is a tough one because Norwich wants to get out of that relegation zone. Which they are in the last place. And Brentford doesn't want to lose points because they're being pushed back. So I gotta give it to Brentford, bro. I'm not gonna lie, and I'll give it. It's gonna be a 2-1 Brentford.
2-1 Brentford. Gat.
I think Ivan Toney is back, so I think he's gonna be that extra oomph that Brentford need. So I think he's gonna have a lovely assist to Josue's buddy Christian Eriksen for the 1-0.
Eriksen get on the score sheet.
Ericsson will not be on the score sheet. As much as I would love him to see on the score sheet, it would be just too soon for him to fully adapt to a Brentford side. But the last time these two faced, Norwich actually beat Brentford 2-1. I think they're gonna go for the clean sweep and get another win, and I'm gonna say another 2-1 Norwich.
Okay, 2-1 Norwich, Marco. You got that?
Keeping you on your toes, Marco.
I wonder how long this is last for.
What?
These prem predictions.
I mean,
are we gonna do it until the end of the season?
Oh yeah.
Absolutely not. Eric. Eric did mention that he wanted to see who got the most points towards the end. So it's not gonna be very accurate because I've missed one. I think Eric has missed a week. So
I missed an entire season.
you missed it, but we just started it, so you don't have to worry about that.
All right, give me a quick.
Let
me do a quick fire on these next two. Marco, you ready?
What's next?
Newcastle, Brighton. Give me 2-0 Newcastle.
Newcastle, Brighton. You said 2-0?
I'm going 2-0 Newcastle.
I might agree.
2-0 Newcastle?
2-0 Newcastle.
Newcastle bandwagon guy or not?
I wanted to say 2-0, but I don't want to look like I'm joining the bandwagon. There's a lot of 2-0s floating around, so 3-0.
3-0 Newcastle. Complete the quadruple there?
Nah.
Damn.
I'm going with another draw here, 1-1. I feel like it's going to be a back and forth attacking type of game, but nobody's going to be able to provide for that winning goal. And I also think it's going to be a very defensive game between the two.
So 1-1?
1-1. Final.
1-1.
Trippier's not back yet, right? How long is Trippier out?
I think he's out for the season.
I think so,
Pretty sure he's out for the season, which is a huge blow because they really have no other right back. But Wolves, Crystal Palace. Wolves in the top 4 hunt. Recently just lost to Arsenal 2-1 away at the Emirates. Give me Wolves 1-0. Give me Wolves 1-0. Yeah, give me a Pedro Neto goal after his injury, which I kind of want him at Liverpool. Really bad.
Who's scoring?
Pedro Neto 1-0.
Oh, Neto?
Wolves.
Okay. I'm actually gonna give it the Crystal Palace. I'll give it a 1-0 as well, but Crystal Palace side.
Okay. Yeah.
I think in 85th minute, Jimenez winner for the 1-0.
Damn. Okay.
And I think Wolves are going to come out strong and win 3-0.
Damn.
Wolves 3-0. I mean, Crystal Palace just came off with the FA Cup win. Some players are probably going to need some breaks. They probably got a knock or two. So 3-0 Wolves.
So what was
3-0
your
Wolves.
result? Oh, sorry, Gab?
3-0.
1-0.
Wolves, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hat trick, Raul Jimenez.
Oh,
not scoring a
he's
hat
on
trick.
he's on my fantasy team, so please, I
Bro,
want you to
he
be
made
right.
a hat trick.
Diego, if you're listening to if you're gonna listen to this later, I'm telling you right now, Jimenez hat trick, okay, Mexican hero, and you should come up in fantasy. I'm telling you right now, drop Youngman's son and get Jimenez.
Okay.
Oh
All right.
my god.
This game, Liverpool West Ham. I'm kind of nervous for this game. I can't lie, just because we're in a fucking title race, man. One game in hand. It's pretty much Liverpool right now. It's literally won every single game from now until the end of the season. You can't drop points. Cannot drop points unless you're safe at the end. Liverpool West Ham. I want to see Luis Diaz back into the lineup because I fucking love watching him. I'd like to see Jota back into the lineup. He's injured right now. But give me Liverpool 2-1. Liverpool 2-1. Salah and Mane.
Okay. I'm guessing you're going with me next. I'm actually, for selfish reasons, I am going to go 3-0 Liverpool.
Like it's West Ham, right? Top 4 thing?
Mm-hmm. That's what I said, for selfish reasons.
Gat?
This is a tough one. I think just based on the fact that that title race is going to come down to the wire, it seems, it's going to be 2-0 Liverpool. They're going to want it more.
They're going to want it more, yes. But West Ham's going to look for that clean sweep. You know, they won 3-2 at London Stadium at home. And that was a good game too. But
Europe is going to catch up to them, though.
Say that again?
All the European games are going to catch up to them. They just got off a defeat in the FA Cup too, so I'm sure they're going to be tired also.
But I think West Ham's going to pull it off and win 2-1. I think who's ever going to be marking Salah is going to keep him in his pocket.
Who's their left back? Is it Cresswell?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cresswell, yeah.
He could do it. He could do it.
And Kurt Zouma, center back right there with them.
I mean, he got skinned by Armando Brojas today, but I mean,
FA Cup, different game.
Yeah, that is true. FA Cup, which is pretty weird, just because I was watching Liverpool game today, and it was a front three of Diogo Jota, Divock Origi, and Takumi Minamino, and I'm pretty sure everyone agrees that Jota is the best out of those three, right?
Yeah. Minamino gets the brace, right?
Yeah, well, Jota was fucking shit today, and Minamino and Origi were actually really good, especially Minamino.
Didn't Jota come off from an injury, and Minamino, like, first starting game in a while, like, he has to put on a show.
Yeah, Jota did come back from an injury recently, but what I'm trying to say is that the FA Cup, it's almost like the really good players just don't play as well. Like Alisson, like I thought he was like not the best today. It's kind of weird.
I think it's because it's midweek. They came off a game during the weekend, especially a Carabao Cup final, against a tough-sided Chelsea. It was a tough game too. So a lot of these players are just tired. They're not going to put their 100% effort in that. I know I wouldn't. I'm gonna want to conserve my energy, because knowing the depth that Liverpool has in order to move on in FA Cup, especially to a team like Norwich, I'm gonna want to reserve my energy for my next match, which is against West Ham, for a potential title-winning game, a potential way to catch up to Man City. That's just my intake of what I would. Of how I would be if I were a professional soccer player, and if I was in that position.
So you don't give 100% every game?
I do give 100% every game. No, I do give 100% every game now, because I'm not a professional and I love playing football. But professional footballers,
all right. For example, all right, put yourself in Diogo
Jota's
Jota's
a new
shoes.
show, guys.
Put yourself in Diogo Jota's shoes. Are you going 100% every game, excluding preseason friendlies?
Well, I'm gonna go 100%. If I was in Diogo Jota's position, of course I'm gonna go 100% every game, especially if I come back from injury. But if I'm still injured and hurt, and my body still feels tight, I can't put it. I can't do it.
Fair, I guess. It's fair.
Yeah, he's loosening up.
Let's move on. Watford Arsenal. Watford need to win. So do Arsenal. Because we'll talk about the later game. Because the later game, the team in red usually do well in the team of Blue Stadium, but Watford Arsenal. I have a feeling this will not go well for Arsenal fans. I have this feeling deep down inside me, and I think Arsenal will get top 4, and I really want them to get top 4.
Fake
But if
Spurs fan, what?
It's Arsenal, Spurs, United. It's Arsenal, Spurs, United. Actually, as a pure, like Marco said, selfish perspective, and that I might put Tottenham first just because they're not really a threat.
Okay.
Like long-term future, like I'd view Arsenal more as a threat than Tottenham. Does that make sense? Like,
I agree.
in 4 years' time, I can actually see Arsenal's project under Mikel Arteta actually like booming. In 4 years' time, if Tottenham do make top 4, I can see Tottenham still struggling for top 4 in 4 years' time. But that's my whole little thing. But yeah, I have a feeling this. Give me a 1-1. Give me a 1-1 on this Watford Arsenal game. Marco, top 4 race.
Top
United.
4 race.
You're chasing United, man.
United is ahead of us by 2 points. Yes, 2 points. We do have 3 games in hand, but they're big games, so basically we don't have anything in hand. That being said, we're talking about Watford today. We are going to their house. Yes, we just walked away from a win. We did win it in the last 10 minutes. We did dominate the whole game. But we did miss a lot of opportunities. I do feel we are gonna walk away with a win this game. I also feel it's gonna be a struggle. So I want to say it's going to be a 1-0 Arsenal.
Yeah, I can't lie. If I'm watching that game, I just feel like there's just something that this game is. If Arsenal do win, it's just not going to be a fun game to watch.
There's always a problem when you're facing one of the bottom 3 teams. They don't want to be there, and you sometimes, at least in my opinion, if I was in that spot as a Watford player, let's say, I would try to give it my all to not be there anymore. I mean, I had all season to not be there. But but we're coming down to the last couple of weeks of the Premier League. Every match counts. Every point counts. So you want to give your best, and for that reason alone, I think it's going to be a hard game. But I also think that mentally we should be able to surpass that and at least walk away with a 1-0.
Okay. KG 1-0? KG 1-0 no? Or comfortable?
It would. I want to say it's gonna be a comfortable 1-0. Like we're gonna go up, and then we'll just hold it to that point.
Okay, Gat.
Watford are just not good. They're just not good right now. Even though they have been shoring up their defense, they're not going to be able to do it. I mean, Arsenal own this fixture. Arsenal, I think, are 12-1-2 against Watford. There's just no way. It's going to be an easy 3-0 for Arsenal.
Thank you.
Trying to be unbiased.
I also think Arsenal will win, but I think it will be close. I think it'll be in the dying minutes where Lacazette will put the finishing goal, the 2-1 to Arsenal. I mean, Watford is also one of those teams that have been showing throughout the season that they put so much pressure and so much stress on other teams, especially big teams. I mean, if you look at United lost to them and drew to them. And Arsenal just barely beat them last time, 1-0, I believe. So Watford is just that annoying rat team that just chases you around like a damn little chihuahua. And as soon as Arsenal are able to find the goal, Watford is going to put their heads down and they're going to play like shambles. But I still think it's going to be a close one.
What's the score?
It's a 2-1 to Arsenal. Lacazette game winner.
Okay. All right. Well, This next game, man. I will support the team in red. And this is the Manchester Derby. Man City at home to Man United, which I can't lie, Man United have always gotten the better of Man City whenever playing at the Etihad. 2018, yes, United were 2-0 up, but still a KG affair. City came back 3-2. 2020, I believe it was 2-1 United. Last season was 2-0. For some reason, I don't know why, but United always just get under City's skin. And it doesn't even matter. Like, if United just playing terrible, there's always just like these teams, for example, like I'm trying to think of a team for Liverpool who always just like Tottenham away. I hate Tottenham away. I always think Liverpool are going to drop points. And also Everton away. I hate it. There's always just that we're dropping points here. I feel like that might be for like Man City where it's like, yep, United at home for us. That's drop points. Well, hopefully that's drop points for me because I am going with a 2-2. One of the best games this season. I'm going to go back and forth, and I'm going to go with Marcus Rashford scores a 92nd minute equalizer.
Dude, jeez.
92nd minute equalizer to put a dent into City's
Put that on
titles hopes.
FanDuel.
That's all my hope. It's probably a 2-1 City, but you got to have some hope in life, right? There's no hope in life, then what are you doing? You know what I mean?
Well, I'm gonna join you on the hope train. Although, however, like you said, we do get the better of City at the Etihad, and even just the last 5 alone against City in general, we're 3-1-1. So hopefully, as long as we can just score a damn fucking goal, we'll be fine. But I think it's gonna be a good game. 3-1 United.
Jeez.
That's what they do at the Etihad, man.
Yeah,
that's just what they do.
I know.
Dar?
But I was gonna say I think United will come out on top. 2-1. No, I don't know. I'm just thinking about all the games that you've mentioned and other games in the past, and how City, they don't tend to do well at home against big club teams. So I think United will bounce back from, their draw against Watford and beat City 2-1.
Mark, are you completing the quadruple?
I mean, I'm listening to everything you guys are saying, and I am agreeing with a lot of what you guys do say, and it backfired last time. I gave City the benefit of the doubt, thinking that they were gonna blow out one specific team, which backfired and they got blown out. So I am thinking that they will win, but it's going to be a very high intensity game. I do think it's going to come down to the end. But in this case, it's not going to be Rashford scoring the goal. It's going to be Sterling. And Sterling's going to give City the win.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Sterling was giving United the own goal.
Auto goal. Home goal.
I'll take it.
I think City's gonna take this one. They're gonna brush off all those bad juju that they have against Man United, because just based off of the fact that even though in the previous ones we've always said yes, Man United is not doing their best, I think this has been kind of like United's the worst so far. Even though they're doing decently, I still think that they have it. At least Man City has it to be able to walk away with the 3 points on that game.
What's your scoreline?
Sterling walks away with the last minute goal.
All right, so that's the Manchester Derby right there. Now, Dire Wolves, Tottenham, Everton. Let me ask you this question.
Okay.
If Tottenham lose, is Antonio Conte out the door?
That's up to them.
What do you think?
I don't think so. It's too. I mean, why are you going to get rid of another coach towards the end of the season with 2 to 3 months left of the league left to play?
How many coaches will that be this season?
2.
Two only?
No, because Mourinho left.
Wait. So from 2021, let's say Antonio Conte leaves, right? From 2021 to right now, if Antonio Conte leaves, that'd be managers of Jose Mourinho, Ryan Mason, Nuno, Antonio Conte.
Yes,
4 managers in, let's say, a whole calendar year, right? Assume if obviously this is hypothetical, dude, that's fucking ridiculous, bro. 4 managers, 4 different philosophies, 4 different styles of football.
Yeah, because
yeah.
Mourinho left at the beginning of last year.
Well, 2 managers in this calendar season.
No, I'm saying year. I'm saying calendar year.
In 2021,
just 65 days.
Yeah,
2021, he had 4 coaches. Yes.
4 coaches. Yeah.
That would be ridiculous, man.
That'd be such a Spurs thing to do.
It's more than Spurs thing to be from this point on. No, you just can't let him go unless Conte leaves on his own terms. That's the only way we'll lose the coach. But Daniel Levy is not going to get rid of him. He just can't. He just can't. There are no coaches available right now. I mean, if they want to get rid of, or Antonio Conte wants to leave Tottenham, you better hope to God that Daniel Levy will go back to that manager that he sacked for no reason whatsoever, and that's Mauricio Pochettino. But at the moment we need to keep Conte. We need to stay with this philosophy and continue working with him and get what he needs in order to build this squad. He's not going to United.
That's what they wanted for next season.
He's not going to United.
All right, but on this must-win Tottenham game, what are you going with?
Well, both teams need a must-win if Everton wants to stay out of relegation zone. The last time they faced each other, it was a 0-0 draw at Goodison Park, and I'm gonna go with Tottenham. Go with Tottenham with a 3-1 win. I know it's a lot to ask for, but considering the pattern that they've been doing, I mean, it needs to happen that way. It has to happen that way. I'm manifesting it. Damn it. Okay, I'm calling all my angels, everything, all the voodoo shit. Tottenham needs to win 3-1.
Well, last time he manifested, that didn't really work out.
What did I manifest?
Tottenham winning 2 trophies, Carabao and FA Cup.
Yes, manifest it, Josue. Please manifest it.
You want a shovel? I can get you a shovel.
My man froze.
Wait, where'd he go?
If it's legit
Nowhere.
froze.
He's pretending.
I think his angels took him out of the call.
Bro. Dyer, where'd you go? Marco, did he leave?
I have no idea. Honestly, swear to God, I have no idea. It's funny.
At that time as well.
Timing, bro, timing. His angels took him out of the call. He manifested it this way.
Oh, well, he said 3-1 Tottenham.
Yes, that's correct.
So, Marco, what's your prediction for this game?
I want to manifest it myself.
Hey, watch out, you're gonna freeze.
I think it's gonna. He lost Wi-Fi. That's funny as hell. I think I want to manifest it myself too. I think this is gonna be a tie. 2-2. And it's mostly for selfish reasons that I want it to be this 2-2.
I'm actually gonna go for a draw as well. I'm gonna go 1-1. Gat?
I wish he was here.
Oh,
2-0
no.
Everton.
Jesus Christ, Gat.
2-0.
Surely not. Surely not,
Everton.
right?
It's gonna happen.
In the world of footy, you never know.
Well, that wraps up this episode. Unfortunately, Dyer has left us for manifesting games.
Dyer has left the building for manifesting it too hard.
He just froze.
It's just a timing, bro.
Eric should be back with us next episode.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said in the beginning, a special guest in blue should be with us. So with that being said, we got the BenchWarmers. Bench with the voice, where the bench is always warm. Peace, everyone.